Hello, gentlemen.
How you going, Jim?
Oh, I'm very well.
Jim.
More
I'm up and about. I'm cheery. How are you, Bill?
Hello, Chief.
I'm
Just
worried
wonderful.
about the Warrior, though. He looks a bit flat.
Oh, yeah.
I thought Danny was going to be on tonight. You're filling in for
You
him.
wouldn't have come in if Danny was
I
on.
may not have actually.
Warrior, I don't fill in, mate.
Now, what
Be
is
very
going
careful
Where's
with the
it
way you
at?
phrase
Yeah,
it.
where is
Purple.
it at? Yeah.
Because I get a lot of people asking me on the street, how's Purple?
No, it's
He
fair to
copped
say.
it from
Has there been a
Spud.
big falling out?
Well, Spud said that Purple had been dropped last week to the twos, asked to come in an hour late. His body language was poor, his output was poor, and therefore just confirmed the selector's choice in leaving him out, Spud.
You don't
Before
wash
we
your
go
hands of
on,
it, JB.
just
you
before you
were
let
party
Warrior
to it as well.
Before you let Warrior answer, was it warranted? What
Well-
Spud said, was it true?
Let's have a listen first.
The facts are, Damo, you've had a bad month. You started ordinarily, and then it's gone. The next 3 weeks, you couldn't break a plate, my friend. Could not break a plate. And I've been texting everyone around here at Triple M and say, this bloke's got ahead of himself. He's bringing nothing.
But he loves it.
Warranted or not, Jim?
No, I thought it was a touch harsh. A touch harsh.
Did
You
Jim
loaded
stick
him
up for you, Warrior?
Oh, yeah, of course you did. Yes.
There's a lot of
I'm
laughing in the
starting
background.
to learn what happened in the build-up to that hour and a half on the weekend, where I must admit, you three guys, Garry included, absolutely got me.
Now, they tell me, stand by for this Saturday, because you're going to get a right of reply.
No, I was just in two minds about that, Bill. We might just let it go through. So,
What, you're not going to have a crack back at him?
well, we're just in two minds about it.
Who's we?
Yeah.
Maybe me. I've just got to work out a few things and just checking a few facts, Jason. But there's a little
Purple,
bit to
this is a
wade through.
turnaround from earlier in the week when you said to me,
Yes.
I want a piece of it.
When he said he just has to check a few facts. What
Check
does
a
that
few
mean?
facts involving your own involvement too, JB.
Well, is this?
Oh. Well, he's just got to work out where to fire all the bullets, I think.
Something a little bit disingenuous about
So-
your involvement in.
Could be a
what
group
happened.
strafing.
So, Purple, what you're saying is there will be a strafing. It's just a matter of who ends up copying it.
Just need to check on one little bit of information before I commit to the strafing.
Oh, hello. Well, we look forward to that with interest. Make sure we're down at School Stadium, Bill, your part of the world, Saturday.
Yes, that's a good spot down there. You'll love it down there.
Be great.
A wet,
without the
cold day
stand.
down Geelong.
And if it's windy, stand by.
Purple should dope, weed, the holy herb be
Ganja.
taken, ganja, be taken out of the prohibited drug list.
I don't like the message it sends, but I get why the AFL is doing it because they're not performance
Not a
enhancing.
performance
No.
enhancing, surely.
It's
Certainly
not.
caffeine and codeine and those sorts of things.
But it's illegal, isn't it?
Well, it's an illegal drug.
Yeah, that's what
but-
I thought. Well,
yeah, but what
is
they're
it
trying
it's
to
not
enhancing
performance.
your
They're saying it's not
performance.
performance enhancing.
Yeah, and this
is it or not?
Well,
If you're on that, you wouldn't
if,
give
if
a
it's a
stuff.
relaxant.
Listen
The
to Bill.
problem with it is, unlike the new drugs, it stays in the body's system for up to 28 days, sometimes longer. It goes to the body's fat and not the body's liquid, and therefore it lingers. And I mean, you could do it.
I
a month
better not
earlier.
have any.
No.
Jim. It's going to linger a while.
JB,
It will.
I do get why they're
Bill.
Oh, have a look at Skinny Bill.
Mirror's broken at Bill's door.
I ought to get off it.
I do get why they want to get it removed, but I do believe that it sends a wrong message that it's sort of a semi-tolerance of drugs, which I know they're not doing, but I just think the message it sends is
Bill's view of it, Chief, he said, how could that be performance? Why wouldn't that be performance? You wouldn't give a stuff if you're on that.
Mate, just run out there and keep going. That's what you do, Chief.
But maybe
You
if you
and-
wouldn't give a stuff because you're so relaxed, you won't be as desperate.
Well, you and Dermot used to just smoke the ganja there before you ran on. You and your best mate.
That is the most extraordinary claim I have ever heard, and I'd be very surprised if that wasn't actionable.
I think it actually is actionable.
In fact, I'm 100% sure I now own this studio.
You can have it. Go and see Ben.
I think we need to take a break at this moment.
On that
Actually.
Have you
note,
got evidence, Bill?
Regroup.
No, none at all.
We just need to regroup, I think, a little. Listening to the Rush Hour, this is the Midweek Rub. Jason Dunstall's here. Damien Barrett is here, as is, of course, William Brown.
Can I just take back
Flyer. Yes, Bill?
what I said about Dermot and Chief?
Yeah, I think you need to.
I got it mixed up, I think. I remember reading the front page one day when I think Kevin Sheedy accused you Hawthorn players of doing something.
He did.
that was the players, and I never did because I just didn't particularly like doing it, but some players liked sniffing the eucalyptus to clear the nasal passages.
Ah.
And so Sheeds, because there was a lot of
Angst?
Hate.
Rivalry. Yeah, hate's probably the right word,
Yeah.
Damo, at the time.
Yes.
He just thought he'll stir the you-know-what and made a report that was investigated
And
and
it went to
found
the
to be
very
baseless.
top of the police force from memory,
Yeah,
didn't it? The very top.
He's good, Chief.
No, negative finding, though.
Negative.
So which bit are you taking back, Bill?
Just Dermot and Chief was snorting something.
I will accept
No, I
that.
didn't say that, actually. I actually said
Now he's gone
Yeah.
to snorting something.
Bill, I will only accept an unreserved apology when it's accompanied by an appropriate check.
Righto. I'm just working on the check. Hey, speaking of the great man, Chief, did you ever get an offer to go to another club when you were at Hawthorn and kicking goals?
Alistair Lynch took
where's
his
Bill
offer.
been?
Alistair Lynch took his offer.
Seriously, where have you come from, Bill?
Why?
You're on the grass that you thought Jason was on.
Yeah.
You got that big 10-year offer to go to the
Brisbane.
Brisbane Bears.
Brisbane Bears.
Was it?
The one that Alistair Lynch took.
Why didn't you take it?
I'm sure we've had this comprehensive discussion.
This wouldn't
on
interest anybody, Bill.
I think it would, because you're a superstar
I
going
was,
to another
I was
club.
about to enter my 10th year at the club, which is life membership.
Is
I
that
was-
all?
I was
No
in the-
clubs
I was-
before that?
I was in the middle of building a house and loved Melbourne and loved Hawthorn.
We should have gone. 10-year deal.
Listen to this.
10-year deal. No other clubs
No.
wanted you.
No.
Move on, Jim.
Why do you ask that, Bill?
Well, I was just reading about Travis Cloak again while you're talking before.
So you thought you'd go straight back to
Back
what
to
we
that.
started
And I
with.
forgot to ask Jace, do you ever get offered to go to another club? And did he get digitally enhanced in the back of the paper?
I would need some digital enhancement.
Just a bit off?
How are you Purple? How are you assessing Bill's radio craft? We've just done a whole segment, and he's taken us back 28 minutes to the start.
We also took us back to a drug incident that never happened.
That's
it.
it.
Involving Jason.
I got
We've
that
a
one
lawsuit
mixed up.
coming.
Yeah, I got that one mixed up.
You've gone back to 5:33.
You threw a smokable substance at him to start with, and then in the end moved it on to a snortable substance.
And it was wrong anyway.
So,
Let's
which was
start
also
again,
wrong.
then. Let's start again. $1 million for Travis Cloak.
Hey, we need to make sure that everyone's listening, Chief. On
Yes.
Friday night, the Dogs and Collingwood were at Etihad Stadium.
Ooh.
Expecting that the Dogs will be able to match it with last year's grand finalists.
I'm worried about the Dogs for, and I think Collingwood are just starting to find a little bit of their own. So it's going to be a tough one for the Bullies, but hope it's a good game.
Big names coming back. Thomas Didak. The other thing is we're down at
Saturday, Jim.
Skilled Stadium Saturday, Purple, for the venue where last year it was a 180-point differential between these two clubs. I don't think that'll happen again, by the way.
This week.
But
You got your car park ready, Jim, down there?
Bill, you better get it ready for me. What's my man's name down there?
Yeah.
He loves me, so we'll just go through.
Yapper's old man. Hang on, I'll figure it.
I saw you go through that entrance one day, JB,
And
without
didn't-
even your press pass. to
Didn't
get into the
even
ground.
acknowledge him either.
The bloke said you
He's
can't-
shirty.
The
He's
bloke-
shirty on
He
you
is
because you
not.
did not acknowledge
He
him.
la-
The
That
guy
was
said you
Garry.
can't come through, you can't come through, and JB goes, thanks, mate, and just drove through.
That was Garry.
Left
Jock.
No,
tyre,
that was you.
I love
I
Jock.
was in your car.
he
And
left
Jock
tyre
loves me.
tracks on the bloke's feet.
He did.
You can't come through. You
Didn't
can't come through.
acknowledge him, Jim.
Thanks,
At least
mate.
say thanks,
I
buddy.
love
Good
Jock.
on you, mate.
He loves me. That was Garry you were talking about. Hey, Chief, very nice to see you. Thanks for that.
Thrilled to be here, Jim.
And make sure you're listening to Purple lunchtime Saturday because I think he's ready to go. I think this will be
Look
his
at Purple.
coming out moment on Triple M
I
footy.
don't think he is. Have a look at him.
Breakout
Two minds.
afternoon. 2 minds.
2 minds.
Ooh.
Not sure he'll be there.